Hey people, Intro here, 3v3, Argus, Desert Gate, blue team. We have Sheitan plays a Commissar Lord, good offense and support. Fights in melee combat begins with this energy shield that you see. That crackling noise you heard is a bug the Commissar Lord seems to always use. The Deathcore of Krieg voices which simulate a gas mask, even though he's obviously not wearing one at the moment, and it's very annoying. Alongside is Trippy, plays a Force Commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat. Can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. And rounded off the blue team is Power Girl, plays a Warlock melee commander with awesome disruption and mobility, can also tank damage with the right war gear. And red team, a whole bunch of orky goodness. We have 15th Juju Macadamia playing a Warboss melee commander that walks through cover, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. This is the Freebooters DLC, hence the pirate hat. Alongside is Pewdiepie. This is actually HandS0me playing a Mekboy teleporting commander that fights range combat, very good damage output, can also support, disrupt, build structures and repair. You see it looks very naked here, that's another bug with high ranked Mekboys in Freebooters DLC. And rounding off the red team is SuperHooper as a Commando knob, infiltrating commander that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins range combat with a twin link shooter, and it's all kicking off big time on the east side. Tons and tons of Daka. Look at that line of Orks shooting. Sluggers forced off. Force corner now goes to work. He needs some support though, tying up the shooters, trying to disrupt them as well. Battle cry is active. Here comes a shotgun blast. Wow, knocks back almost two entire armies. That was an awesome shotgun blast. And here comes the sentinel to stomp, is it? Yes. Oh, didn't go far enough. Only stomped the Mekboy and the Force Commander goes down. He did very, very well though. Disrupted stuff and tied up a bunch of stuff, but does go down. Here comes the Commander knob. Tactical Marines trying to force melee combat, but they're going to lose a model, I think. Be very lucky not to, and they do lose a model. Tactical Marines need to run away. There we go. And this Sentinel here should mean that the Imperial Guard win the east side early on, because it can stomp again soon. Mekboy is going to be forced off yet. They should definitely win this engagement with that Sentinel. Power Girl forcing off Juju almost completely, and he's having to recap things. But Power Girl has also been forced off, has Banshees and double Dire Avengers in retreat. Warlock with the Merciless Witchblade early on can use that ranged attack to disrupt the Warboss. Will he get the enhanced custom shooter perhaps? 1-to-1 cap. Going to be a 2-to-1 for the blue team, and the Sentinel does help force off a bunch of this stuff. There's a war banner. These things were changed recently. Not sure exactly what they do now. Maybe I'm just imagining it. Maybe they weren't changed. But it's being shot to bits by a Sentinel and shotgun scouts as well. Guardsmen on capping duty with a sergeant. Banshees capping mid up, and they're idle now. Maybe they'll push forward and decap this. Power Girl coming up the west side again. And Looters on the field from Juju. A decent choice given he's facing a Warlock. And Howling Banshees, that could be a mistake though. Tries to move them, and now the Warlock spotted them and uses fleet and will get in amongst to tie them up. Nice usage of the Warlock's mobility. And here come Howling Banshees out of nowhere. And I didn't expect him to full retreat there. Warboss could have used Stomp, and then the double shooter's going to shut up the Banshees. Maybe kicking off east side again. Another war banner's up. Painboy on the field for HandS0me sodding, which suggests he's going to invest in these sluggers, maybe give them their burners. Painboy has a power melee weapon and can heal over time on allied Orc units. Really awesome little sub-commander in tier 1. And he's going to do a really good job against the Assault Marines. The Assault Marines pretty much needed here because of the quadruple shooters. You can't leave that much piercing damage unchecked, especially combined with the Kommando and the Mekboy's weapons. Painboy might go down here though. No, he's going to get away. Bolt pistols won't be enough, and they can't jump again. Spotters would have done the job as well, but Assault Marines give you that aggro. They can initiate and get in things' faces. heavy weapon squad for Sheitan, and he has catechins to disrupt blobs of shooters as well. So I predict a pretty tough tier 1 for the Orks here. Maybe they should start pushing through the middle a bit and trying to populate this with generators, maybe get an advantage that way. Banshees forced off. Maybe we'll see spiky armor or some up for the Warboss. Looters with that death gun of theirs to suppress infantry. These guys can also infiltrate, which might set up some really nice plays on this west side if we can ambush stuff. Warlock though has the champion's robe now and goes straight after those looters. Again, poor positional play from Juju. Just mistimed his advance there and got caught, and why did he retreat all of the shooters for? Massive mistake from Juju. Could have forced off the Warlock here if they were there. Blue team dominant on the east side. Down go both of the blue commanders here. Tier 2 for all of the blue team, and we have SuperHooper with looters on the way. But look at this, blue team have not turned their dominance into a power bash on the east side just yet. Do we have all fully upgraded shooters on this side? No, one squad from HandS0me doesn't have the knob leader, but otherwise still a huge amount of ranged piercing DPS here. Mekboy teleports in to try and tie up those heavy weapon squad models and forces them off. Painboy chasing them, and Catechin's caught in retreat. There's that heal over time, or was that a battery pack heal? It was a battery pack heal, I believe. Sentinel backs away as well. And now the Orks, oh look, the webway gate pops up right in front of them, goes down immediately, and that thing gives a ton of XP, and they're going to completely bash here. So much for a tough tier 1 for the Orks, Ingrid. But we're going to start getting tier 2 stuff from the blue team. Trippy has a plasma cannon on the way, and that could be heinously bad for these Orks. These massive range blobs that they have. 476, 406 might be worth one of these guys getting Storm Boys. I think double Storm Boys would have been really fun to see up here. War Banner going up again. Would love to know what this thing does now. I think it used to give a 10% damage buff when you were limited to 3, but the Mekboy can build as many as he likes. Maybe it just still does that, because we do seem to have a constant buff here. Looters are going to take the garrison, and scouts pushing through to cap the mid, and we have generators going up from Power Goal, going to be instantly taken down though, so they basically just wasted 200 wreck there. Howling Banshees with the aspect of fleetness. Falcon on the way for Power Goal. Awesome choice on this west side. What's going on mid? Orks capping stuff up. Are they going to push through? No, they're not. They're going back up the east side. Flamer Guardsman forcing the looters out of the garrison. And there's a stomp for good measure. We do have missile launchers up on the Sentinel missile launcher, I should say. There's those frag missiles. HandS0me is jumping in. Plasma cannon shot, that's going to do friendly fire, bang, ouch. So often that thing does massive friendly fire on allied assault marines. Another one comes in, takes out the Mekboy. Bad engagement for red team. Could not push through. We might see a bunker up here, and a manticore would also be pretty damn nasty. Shooters trying to deal with that sentinel. It's been well managed though by Sheitan. And the War Banner will go down again. Force Commander maybe a teleporter pack and Thunderhammer for that guy if he can afford it. Get in amongst the Orks quickly and start disrupting them. And here's that Falcon, which Juju has no answer for, so he full retreats, which in this instance is probably a good idea. Doesn't want to needlessly bleed. Why is the Warboss going this way? No idea, but he's going. Quite of decapping. Here come double guardsmen to defend. They both have their Commissar leaders taking them up to 12 models. 445, 396, 1 to uncap. Weird Boy on the way for HandS0me. SuperHooper just going tier 2 now. Do we have a Sarge? No sign of the Sarge for the Catechins. Refractor field? Nope. Stubbornness is up. I thought he'd go for the Emperor's Wrath, which would be awesome up there. Or maybe Aura of Discipline since he has allied Space Marines. Tank Buster Barrage on the Falcon. Hits reasonably well, but it's being repaired all the time. No sign of Heart of Darkness. What about the Warboss? He has nothing yet. Spiky armor I think would have been useful early on against those Banshees. Could still be useful. Trophy rack perhaps as well. Here comes the Dakar. All of this stuff though can reinforce off that Falcon. Banshees using their war shout, getting absolutely pummeled though, and are forced off. Warlock is still around. Sluggers pushing against Guardians, but they were still suppressed by that Banshee war shout. That was a very nice grenade, and Juju retreats just in time. That could have been incredibly nasty. Looters, no sign of the beamy death gun. What is he going to do? I'm not sure if the tank buster is going to be enough by themselves. He's getting a power claw. There we go. Is that the right choice? He's going to be able to catch that thing. 445, 370. Orks pushed back, I should say, by the blue team, and they lost a couple of generators there at least. There's a webway gate, and this is a Warlock webway gate, so it does have that health regeneration thing on it. And here's a medical bunker as well. You see the health regen, and all of this stuff can now reinforce, and it affects your allies as well. So this might be incredibly difficult for the Orks to push through. Maybe it's time to push mid, and they are pushing mid. Here is HandS0me. The Mekboy is a really good commander for the center of this map as well, because he can teleport up to the top and teleport across the walls to the west side. There's the Weird Boys Warp Vomit. Here come Howling Banshees. Knocked back. Assault Marines with their sergeant in retreat. And we have a missile launcher up for some reason on these tactical marines. A very odd choice, considering there are no vehicles on the field. I would have thought they'd like to keep that open in case a nub squad appears soon, so they can get a plasma gun. They can switch whenever they like, but the missile launcher was 40 power, I believe it is. So a bit of an odd choice without any vehicles on the field. Here's a Dreadnought for Trippy, and that is going to be a massive pain in the arse for the Orks. It's only Juju with tank busters. HandS0me could get a... Oh, he's stolen the bunker. He could get a beamy death gun. They're trying to get him out of there again. Do the frag missiles hurt garrisons? I guess not. Not the units inside anyway. Again, Juju hitting these generators, the contested gens. Power Girl happy to hang out in the mid, is going to revive the Force Commander and level to 3. Plasma Cannon continues to be a pain in the arse. Stick bombs thrown in. I think they could do with another squad of those guys. These are SuperHoopers. Again, there's a stick bomb barrage. Only killed 2 guardsmen, or 3 guardsmen I think. What are these guys doing? Why are they engaging a Dreadnought in melee combat? This thing does 100 heavy melee DPS with I think a 40 heavy melee splash per hit. Yeah, you don't want to fight that thing in melee combat usually. And they all run away. They should have stayed back, I think, for a big push. 2-to-1 cap. Howling Banshees in amongst Orks and chopping them to pieces. Warboss might go down in retreat. Nope, should get away okay. Should get away okay. Oh, he does have trophy rack. You see the debuff on those Banshees there. Really good accessory. 399, 329. Sluggers versus Banshees with Warlock support. Where are the Warboss buffs? None of them. Really? That was the perfect opportunity to buff up your Sluggers. And he doesn't do it. You might lose them here. And he does lose them. Wow. Why did he not buff them? User choppers and Ard Boys could have gone on them. 399, 315. Big mistake I think from Juju. Would have at least helped them get away with the Ard Boys. There you see an improvised explosive from the Catachans right on the VP. Assault Marines jumping in to initiate. Here comes the Dreadnought. Do we have any anti-vehicle? We do. The Mekboy has a beamy death gun. What about the Looters? Looters also have one. Where are they though? They're in retreat. That Mekboy doing massive amounts of damage with this thing. Good grief. It continues to absolutely own that Dreadnought. There's a stomp which saves it. A couple more shots and this thing might be down. Needs to tie it up. Needs to tie up that Mekboy. Is he in retreat now? No, he just teleports away. Can he get last two shots on this Dreadnought? Dreadnought needs to get behind the garrison. There we go. Good play from Trippy. And scouts are there to repair as well. So another good engagement for blue team. Messy, but it come out on top. And this missile launcher will help them bash gens at least. 399, 274. There's power under lots of pressure from Power Girl. And here comes Juju to push back. Was it worth it getting this Power Claw? Would the Bang Bang Hammer have been better? Alongside Spiky Armor to go up against those Banshees. 399, 260. Still has those tank busters over there with tier 3 for all of the blue team. And Juju and SuperHooper are on the way. HandS0me almost has enough for a nuke already. Juju does have enough for a nuke. And they could swing this game. If both of those guys get good nukes off, that could make a huge difference. Commissar Lord level 2. Knob leaders spotting those improvised explosives because they are detectors. Plasma cannon hits a couple of models there. And that Sentinel doing good work with that missile launcher as well. Commissar Lord being shot to pieces. Sluggers going after him. And they finish him off. And there's a warp vomit. Didn't quite hit it how he wanted to. SuperHooper jumping in. Stick bombers there. These guys are actually pretty decent in melee combat, but there's only 4 models. Can they take off the SuperMarines here? They jump again. That was a massive risk. Painboy's right there. Stick bombers in retreat path. High explosive shell special shooter from the Commando knob. Also has the sneaky infiltration kit. The SuperMarines losing 2 models in retreat there. Dreadnought going after the weird boy who runs away. He has Warpath. Hence him going so fast there. 399, 207. And something sneaky is decapping. It's Sluggers who are actually capping now. Power Girl pushing the west side very hard again. And might take out all the generators yet again. Juju needs some assistance over here, but HandS0me has had his hands full. Hasn't really had the opportunity to come and support. Unless he just leaves SuperHooper by himself. And SuperHooper can try and defend the generators. This has been capped. Banshees forced off. Good work from these Sluggers. And we see a Seer Council on the way for Power Girl. Is that the best choice with a trophy rack Warboss around? We'll see how they do. Fire Prism would have been the obvious choice. Let's give those Seer Council a chance. Dreadnought is still around, done really well for Trippy so far. But look at this, rocket launcher is up for the Commando knob, an anti-vehicle weapon, incredibly powerful one on an infiltrating commander as well. That's why it's tier 3, does a lot of damage. 374, 207. Going after the Sentinel. We might see a repair bunk here as well. Looks like Sheitan is saving up for a Bane Blade. Stick bombs thrown in, combined with the stun, nicely done. Only got 3 models though. Seemed like he should have got a bit more there. That plasma cannon, a massive pain in the ass, and the Force Runner does have a Thunder Hammer, but he's gone for Iron Halo, not the teleporter. Tying up the Mekboy there. Sluggers forced off. Plasma cannon continues to get shots. Has it leveled up yet? Not yet. Really thought we were going to see Stone Guard veterans from these tactical marines. Missile launcher, a very odd choice. But they've done okay so far. They're level 3. 374, 184. Somebody's jumping in. And there's a Mega Rumbler going off. That's going to destroy this garrison, I think. And that's a garrison they could have used for defense. They see it does massive, massive damage to structures. You actually use this thing to bash gens really well. And disrupts as well, of course. And didn't really help him out there. Beamy Death Gun can get shots though on the Dreadnought, or can it? Not firing for some reason. 374, 166. Still doesn't seem to be firing. Has to run away now. Katatrons with their 9 models and sluggers moving in. Instantly retreat. Here come a Seer Council out of nowhere. These guys leap into combat with power melee weapons with a passive buff to nearby allies as well. And Terminators are on the field for Trippy, surprised that he did not go for Assault Terminators just to go up against possible Nob squads later on. 2-to-1 cap for blue team. They're looking pretty strong right here. But are they pushing? Are they being aggressive enough? We've seen it time and time again where a team doing very well doesn't push enough against generators, doesn't push enough against natural victory points. Nob squad on the way for SuperHooper. Still that 2-to-1 cap. Well, here comes the Warboss to decap Trippy, I should say Power Girl, sorry, on the west side capping stuff. Red team really struggling to push through, and it's not easy. And Las Cannon is up. Why are they getting all the anti-vehicle weapons over here? Why has he got a Las Cannon? 374, 124. Maybe he got it by mistake. Maybe he meant to get the autocannon. Here comes sluggers. Level 3 sluggers. Painboy. Level 3 also has that stronger git source. And will also have that unstable fuel injection, of course, which he might have just used there. Commissar Lord's going after them. There's a Orks. The first one we've seen. That was from HandS0me, I believe. Is he going to take out the bunker? That bunker's been a massive pain in the arse. And there's another Orks. And that does definitely take out the bunker. Was that a waste? Nob squad now going after the Dreadnought. And this Dreadnought's dead. Beam me death gun and rocket launcher getting shots in. And the Nob squad take it down. A really good engagement for the red team. And why do these guys have a las cannon? I'm completely baffled by that. 368, 124. Baneblade on the way. Trippy lost his tactical marines there. And lost one of these Terminator models. Big turnaround there for red team. Big turnaround. And now they have to rely on... Oh, they can't even rely on the force commander. He's down. How are they going to deal with this Nob squad? Don't even have the suppression from the heavy weapon squad. Look at this. The Painboy is doing surgery on the Nob squad. Can't tell what one it is though. Most likely +1 speed is usually what people go for. Much more useful in general. And there you have it. Nobs have been worked on. You can also get, I think it's +10% damage and +10% health. Falcon level 3 with energy field, going to be incredibly difficult to deal with. But now red team looking pretty decent. They just have this Baneblade to deal with. Terminators and plasma cannon in tow. All kicking off in the middle. There's another Mega Rumbler. Doing a lot better this time, disrupting the crap out of these Catachans. Look at them thrown all over the place. And sluggers are chopping them to pieces. And they just about got away there. Here is Seer Council though and Warlock in the retreat path of these sluggers. Commissar Lord also there, but they do get away. Level 3 sluggers doing well. And look at the Dakar. What is this? An Eldritch Storm that could be devastating. Oh my goodness. One of the best nukes you will ever see. Absolutely owned those Orks. That was crazy. Superb nuke from Power Girl. 272, 124. Double cap. It didn't seem to... Did it kill many squads? I think it killed two or three squads, that nuke. Warlock with no hit points, but does have Providence now. Heart of Darkness also, and there's a rocket run on the Orks. Some crazy nukes going off from the blue team. 247, 124 Nob squad catching the Warlock in retreat path. Takes him down. There's a zap on the guardsman. Baneblade turns, going back towards its own base to try and shoot the crap out of some Orks here. Nob squad are forced off in the end. Seer Council doing well. Howling Banshees as well. It's a heck of a lot of power melee damage, and Nob squad are heavy infantry. Juju has double sluggers and a battle wagon. Did he have this battle wagon earlier? Is that why there's a las cannon here? Maybe I'm just blind and it was always there, that battle wagon. We have a melter bomb. We have a melter bomb on the way for the assault marines. Double sluggers to support that battle wagon with repairs. We should put one of them inside it so that it moves faster, and all of the guns fire. Assault marines counter initiating those sluggers who are trying to go after the plasma cannon. A nice merciless. Baneblade is bad news for that battle wagon though. Bristling with guns, super heavy tank. And the battle wagon needs to back away and jumps all over the place. Looters level 2 with a beamy death gun getting shots, as is the Mekboy. Look how much damage this Baneblade is taken already. These are not even rear armor. It says none shall fall from the Commissar Lord, level 3 with the Fist of Brockus. Mekboy with the Mega Rumbler again, but does go down. Assault Marines, what are they up to? They're going to die here. Are they? Yes, they do. Wiped out Assault Marines. We have a Whirlwind on the way for Trippy. 247, 93. The Orks are not giving this up and are looking pretty strong right now. 2 Nob squads on the field and the battle wagon. Painboy still around as well. Level 4 Painboy. Is that another Eldritch Storm? Was that a warp throw? It's a Singularity injured from the D cannon. Here it is, and there's an orbital. Doesn't do a whole lot compared to the other nukes you've seen in this game. What did take out something there was that a shooter squad. Battle wagon backs off as well. Baneblade pushing forward. Getting rear armor hits on this battle wagon now. 247, 78, 2-1 for blue team. Can they hold on and take this game? Big demolisher cannon hit. Stun bombs go in. And here comes the Nob squad alongside a Warboss with Power Claw. Surely he's going to buff his Nobs here. Surely. Plasma cannon getting shots was that. Baneblade in trouble. Should not have pushed up. There's that none shall fall. He does not have a repair bunker. Baneblade is done for, surely. Did not buff his Nob squad again. Down goes the Baneblade. 247, 76. Oh, he put the buffs on his Warboss, that's why. That's a massive waste. Why would you buff a single model when you can buff 5 knobs? 247, 76, 1-1 cap. Blue team are taking a natural back. Baneblade should not have pushed there. Sheitan can't replace. He is getting a bunker up. Most likely a repair bunker, I think. Might be a medical again. Blue team do take their natural. And they just need to hold on here. Are the Orks going to push through mid? That is the big question now. Still not easy to push here, even though the Baneblade went down. That Whirlwind is going to be annoying as well. Power Girl. D cannon is still on the east side. Witchblade of Kernus, you just saw the ethereal slash there. But everything forced off, and now the Orks are pouring through the middle. Double Nob squad, a whole bunch of other stuff as well. Stick bombers, sluggers all over the place. Tank busters, a weird boy, level 3 weird boy. And sluggers will try and decap, but there's that Whirlwind coming into play. It might be a very, very shrewd choice there from Trippy. Of course, trying to get in that disruption on. Orks flooding the center of the map, which has been almost completely decimated of features right now. All kicking off. Banshees going after the Nob squad, but they cannot stand against them. And there's a foot of gore. Boom! Knockback stun and massive amounts of damage if you hit it right. But it's only guardsmen and they're easily forced off. They're not decapping here, the Orks. 247, 26. 2-to-1 cap. But they are rampaging through the middle. They need some seriously layered suppression over here. There are those Terminators. Again, quite surprised they didn't go for Assault Terminators to have that option against Knobs. Lightning Claw Terminators do really own them. Seer Council not so much. And they might go down in retreats. Witchblade of Kurnus after the leap there. That looked awesome. Whirlwind continues to disrupt from range. What are these guys doing? Move! Devastator's not helping out at all. 247, 11. The Orks decap. Commissar Lord going after Knobs with his Fist of Brockus. Howling Banshee's still there. This Knob squad is done for. Nicely done. Kept on them. And down goes the Pain Boy as well. That's that massive damage buff from Stubbornness. 247, 11. There is None Shall Fall again. A looted tank from Super Trooper. HandS0me has lost most of his army. Autark called in. And now the Orks push to east side again. Lascannon getting shots on a battle wagon as Lascannon coming good in the end. Does take down the Lascannon level 3 heavy weapon squad. Tank Buster barrage on it. But they live. Lascannon from the Devastators also getting shots in there. Whirlwind. Massive pain in the arse. Kommando Knob is going to try and decap. 2478, but it's a 2-to-1 for blue. They're going to stop it, are they? They stop the cap. Plasma cannon, boom! Why are these sluggers standing here for? Just please hit me with a plasma cannon. Warboss level 4. Trying to chase down this Whirlwind. But he's suppressed by the Devastators. He would have taken it down very, very quickly. He is debuffing all of that stuff, remember, with that trophy rack. Orks again mounting perhaps another push through the middle. They got attack on both fronts here, I think. Much easier said than done, of course. And HandS0me has another Knob squad on the field. Look how much resources Sheitan and Trippy have. What is Trippy waiting for? Obviously a Land Red Redeemer, but he should have got something else. I hear a Rocks or something. Where is it? There it is. Bit of a waste, I think. There's the 2-to-1 briefly for the red team. Blue team have decapped the east side now. Death Dread on the way, of all things, from Juju. And Sheitan has another Baneblade on the way. 2285. Trippy is cutting it very close. Not getting Predator tanks on the field. He's getting a Dreadnought now. He's getting that to help against the Knobs, I assume. Keep it melee. Get the Dark Age of Technology. Ouch. Was that another rocket run? And there is the concede from the Orks in the end. Crazy, crazy stuff. The Orks smacking their head against the wall on the east side a lot of the game. With the bunker and the Baneblade and the Dreadnought and all the setup teams and stuff was really struggling to push through. But they had that one really good engagement. And then the Baneblade fought back, and then they pushed through mid and lots of chaos. Power Girl did a superb job on the west side, but the west side ended up all red in the end because they were focused on the mid. But yeah, there you have it. I'm sure I missed tons of stuff. Some crazy nukes. That Eldritch Storm was superb. Let's look at the commanders at the end. Commissar Lord was down. He was level 7, had Fist of Brockus and Stubbornness. Not sure if he had armor at the end. Force Con level 4, Thunderhammer and Iron Halo. I think the teleporter pack would have been really good for him. Warlock got to level 10 and switched war gear quite a lot. Had the Merciless Witchblade and the Champion's Robe, but ends up with Witchblade of Kurnus, Providence, Heart of Darkness, Warboss level 4 for Juju, Power Claw, heavy armor, trophy rack. Some really strange lack of buffs, and the decision to buff his Warboss and not a full Knob squad was a bit odd, I think. Mekboy level 7 and down had that Beamy Death Gun, which did tons of damage, absolutely crazy DPS from that thing. And SuperHooper's Commando Knob with the rocket launcher also had Special Shooter sneaker infiltration kit, and stick bombs. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.